Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a crucial task for any VMware administrator, updating your vCenter server appliance, or VCSA. It might seem intimidating, but I'll walk you through it step by step to make sure everything goes smoothly. We'll cover everything from the pre-update checks to the final installation, ensuring a safe and successful upgrade. So, grab a coffee and let's get started. First things first, let's talk about preparation. Before you even think about clicking that update button, there are a few essential things you need to have in order. Number 1, you need access to your vCenter server, either as the administrator or a user with equivalent permissions. You'll also need access to the VCSA Management Interface, also known as the VAMI portal. The credentials are often the same as your vCenter login. And here's a pro tip for those of you working in a production environment. Always, and I mean always, have a scheduled change request ticket. This isn't just about process. It's about communication. Make sure all your server owners have been notified and have approved any necessary downtime. The last thing you want is to start an update and have angry users calling you because their services are down. Communication is key to a stress-free maintenance window. Alright, with our prep work done, let's jump into the vCenter client. The very first action we need to take inside vCenter is to disable DRS, or the Distributed Resource Scheduler, on all of your clusters. Why do we do this? Well, DRS automatically moves virtual machines around to balance workloads. We need our VCSA to stay put on a specific host during this process, so we'll temporarily disable this feature to prevent any unexpected migrations. Just right-click on your cluster, go to Settings, find DRS, and turn it off. Repeat this for every cluster in your environment. Now that DRS is disabled, we need to locate our VCSA virtual machine. You can use the search bar at the top of the vCenter interface to find it quickly. Once you've found your VCSA VM, click on it and take a look at its Summary tab. We need to identify which ESXI host it's currently running on. Make a note of this host's name. We'll need it for the next couple of steps. This is critical because we're about to interact directly with that specific host. With the host name noted, find that ESXI host in your inventory. Right-click on it, go to Settings, and then navigate to the Security profile. In the Services section, click Edit. We're looking for a service called Lockdown Mode. If it's enabled, you need to disable it. Lockdown mode restricts direct access to the ESXI host, which is something we'll need in a moment. So, select Disable Lockdown Mode and click OK. This is a temporary measure and will re-enable it after the update is complete. Now that lockdown mode is disabled, you can log in directly to the ESXI host that is running your VCSA. Use the host SIP address or FQDN in a new browser tab and log in with your root credentials. Once you're in, find your VCSA virtual machine in the host's inventory list. We're logging in directly to this host to perform our backups, which is the most critical part of this whole process. Never ever skip the backups. The next step is to open a remote console to the VCSA VM. This gives us a direct view of the virtual machine's console, which is helpful to monitor its status. But more importantly, we're now going to create our safety nets. First, we'll create a full clone of the VCSA right-click, the VM select clone, and give it a descriptive name like VCSA name-pre-update-clone. This is your break glass in case of emergency full copy. If the absolute worst happens, you can power this clone on and be back where you started. On top of the clone, we're also going to create a snapshot. The clone is for disaster recovery, while the snapshot is for a much quicker rollback if something goes wrong during the installation phase. Right-click the original VCSA VM, select Snapshots, and then take Snapshot, give it a clear name like Pre-Update to version XXXX, and here a very important detail, uncheck the box that says Snapshot the virtual machine memory. Including memory can sometimes cause issues during a rollback, and it makes the snapshot process take much longer. For this type of upgrade, a memory-less snapshot is the way to go. With our backups securely in place, it's finally time to start the update process. Open a new browser tab and navigate to your VCSA Management Interface, or VC. You do this by typing your vCenter SIP address, or FQDN, followed by a colon and the port number 5480. So it would look something like https://your-address:5480. Log in with your root or administrator credentials. Once you're logged into the VAMI portal, you'll see a navigation menu on the left. Click on Update. The system will automatically check for available updates from VMware's repositories. You'll see a list of available versions. For this tutorial, we're targeting versions 7.0, 3.01, 5.00. But you should select the specific version you've planned and tested for. Once you've found your target version, don't click Install just yet. First, click on Stage and Install. This will download all the necessary files to the appliance beforehand, which makes the actual installation process much faster and less prone to network-related failures. After clicking Stage and Install, the Update Wizard will launch. The first screen you'll see is the End User License Agreement, or EULA. You'll need to read through it, or at least scroll to the bottom and check the box to accept the terms. Then, click Next. The system will now run a series of pre-update checks. This is a fantastic built-in feature that verifies things like available disk space, network connectivity, and other potential blockers. Let this run completely. If it flags any issues, you must resolve them before proceeding. Don't ignore these warnings. Once the pre-checks pass successfully, you'll be presented with a screen asking if you want to join the VMware Customer Experience Improvement Program, or CEIP. This is entirely optional. It sends anonymous data back to VMware to help improve their products. For the purpose of this update, I usually uncheck this box to keep things simple. Make your choice and click Next. We're on the final step before the point of no return. The wizard will now show you a confirmation screen. This is your last chance to turn back. Critically, it will have a checkbox that says something like, "I have backed up vCenter server and its associated databases." This is where all our hard work with the clone and the snapshot pays off. Since we've done our due diligence, you can confidently check this box. Take a deep breath, double-check everything, and when you're ready, click Finish to begin the installation. The update process will now kick off. You'll see a progress bar as the appliance installs the new packages and reconfigures its services. This can take a while, anywhere from 30 minutes to over an hour, depending on your environment. Be patient. Your vCenter services will be unavailable during this time. You can monitor the progress from the VAMI interface, and it's also a good idea to keep that remote console to the VCSA open, as you might see reboots and other status messages there. Just let it do its thing and don't interrupt the process. Once the update is complete, the VAMI page will refresh and show the new version number. Congratulations! You've successfully updated your VCSA, but we're not quite done yet. The first thing you should do is log back into your vCenter client and do a thorough health check. Make sure all services are running, you can connect to your hosts, and that everything looks normal. After you've confirmed vCenter is happy and healthy, it's time to clean up. Go back to the ESXI host where your VCSA is running and re-enable lockdown mode if you had it enabled before. This is an important security step. Then, once you are 100% confident that the new version is stable, maybe after a day or even a week, you can go ahead and delete the snapshot and the clone you created. Snapshots and clones are not meant for long-term use, so remember to remove them to reclaim disk space and avoid performance degradation. Finally, don't forget to re-enable DRS on your clusters. And that's it. A complete step-by-step guide to safely updating your vCenter server appliance. Taking the time to prepare with backups and proper procedure makes all the difference. I hope this walkthrough was helpful for you. If it was, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more sysadmin tutorials and tech tips. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.